How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on? We gotta do our usu on this one. Come on with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? I don't know if you know about this, but hopefully everybody's doing okay. Hopefully everybody's doing things as far as being productive within their life and things that they want to do. As far as the goals and their dreams, you know, pushing down people who say you can't do what you want to do and shying away or pushing away all the negative people in the world who try to stop you from all your dreams and your aspirations, as you know, as far as what you're trying to do within your life and your, you know, your achievements. What else? God. Anyway, that being said, I want to talk to you about something in reference to, I don't know if you know about this, but of course you know your big sis got your back, so I'm going to let you know some little information in reference to, you know, it was a prisoner which hit the internet. It was a mugshot, actually. It was a, I think it's, he was a felon. His name is Jeremy Meeks. He's 32 years old. In case you've forgotten what he looks like, here's a picture of him right now. Okay, you see that? The man is fine. You know, and it's funny because this is what happened. You know, they took his mugshots and they put it online and stuff like that. I guess they kind of like shame people, you know, for doing crimes and stuff. And what happened was it backfired. And when people saw his pictures, everyone on the internet went wild. Not only took his pictures, started going crazy over his pictures, they started adding clothes to it. Check this out with this Photoshop. You see that? So, you know, it's weird how people can take pictures and, you know, just add faces and clothes and everything. You know, just, you know, I guess for their own meaning as far as the dream of what they see this person as and what, you know, what they want this person to be in their mind. But, you know, the sad part about it is, well, not the sad part but about it, but the man is actually married. His wife's name is Melissa. Here they are, Jeremy and Melissa right here. You know, and the thing about it is that, you know, since he's got released on Tuesday, and the thing is that, you know, he got locked up. Of course, he got locked up for allegedly robbery, gun possession, and a few other things. It's not funny, but and actually once he got out of jail, he actually had a manager, and the manager he's up in a management company business called White Cross Manager, and he's located now in California in Stockton. You know, so he's out and stuff. He's letting people know he's out on Tuesday, but of course, you know, you just don't come out and just go ahead and do about your business. You got to do your little, yeah, I guess, in-house and a whole bunch of other stuff that comes along with it. You know, but I just want to put it out there. I want to be the first to say it because I'm sure it's going to go across the news, and usually when I say something, it get ignored. Anyway, that being said, so as you probably know on the internet, people have been going crazy over the Kim K picture at hand itself. This picture right here. Okay. So what happened was, someone signed up because, you know, well, before I go to that story, she put it out on the internet, and then Pink, the singer, her right here, she was saying, you know, in reference to the picture itself, you know, I guess she became a little upset and annoyed because of Kim pictures and her selfies and her nudies, and, you know, so Pink said, shout out to all the women across the world using their brains and their work ethics and talent. In other words, she shot at Kim for, you know, always exposing about it, and she actually added that same picture that I told you. They put it underneath her, she put it up underneath her thing as she talked about her, you know, basically. So that's what went out like that. So, oh, there it is. So Amber Rose, you know, they was kind of going back and forth because, you know, Amber Rose was dating Kanye first, and then all of a sudden something happened, and I'm not going to go into all that, but something happened, so Amber Rose and Kim K started arguing, but now they squashed the beef. And now they're becoming much more, I guess, much more cordial towards each other. So Amber Rose saw the tweet, and she shouted out, you know, to Kim, letting her know that she should do the SlutWalk. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Amber Rose is, her name was Lavarchuk, and she's a model, a designer. And here's the Amber Rose picture right here. Okay, very beautiful, very beautiful. The Amber Rose did a slut walk in reference to just what I just talked to you prior to, you know, with Kim picture being up there like that. And she gave a shout out towards Kim, letting her know she should do, you know, the slut walk. And then she attacked Pink on what she said about Kim. Amber told Pink, we're all born naked. Society sexualized us on our breasts and our bodies. And she said a lot more, but that's up to you to go Google if you want to see the rest. But it just gives you a rough idea what she was talking in reference to. Why should we be ashamed of our bodies and stuff when we always sit up there and, you know, you get stigmatized and stuff like that in reference to your body, and you should be ashamed. But so, a little bit for, you know, Amber. You know, mother just went and got me a little Amber Rose outfit on. But anyway, that being said, so she's talking about slut walk and stuff. And, you know, she started, you know, she wrote a book in reference to that. And here's the book cover right here. And it says, How to Become a Bad Bitch. And it's on Amazon in case you want to go for it. You know, and she started this slut walk and stuff. Picture like this. And what she did was she started slut walking. She wants to do, you know, in reference to proceeds and stuff. And the money allegedly is used to promote site services according to her site of sexual awareness, boost supports, and of course the foundation as a group for women who get shamed for being, they call them being shamed for having great bodies and slut shaming. And allegedly she's doing this stuff as far as HIV treatment and, you know, a lot of things in reference to, you know, empowering people to not be, you know, ashamed of their body, especially women mainly. And, you know, she's had a couple of sponsors who signed on, and she put up a GoFundMe page, which surprised me, I didn't know nothing about. And guess who gave $5,000 allegedly? Nicki Minaj. Check this out. You see that? So Nicki Minaj support her as reference to her body, you know, and not being ashamed of your body, and your body has to be sensationalized as being a slut because your body has, you know, tits and hips and dips and, you know, and she's upset because the simple fact of the matter is how people just keep calling you names. She kind of like did this, and she made these little outfits when she had showed on TV with her friends, and the outfits, if you notice, they have slurs. In other words, disrespectful saying when it comes down to people. Check this out. You see that? Not only that, she also started a line in reference to, you know, her clothes line in reference to, you know, empowerment. And she put on her clothes exactly what people say to her. Here's the t-shirt. Okay, you see that? She also went to the next level and she put it on shorts. You know, boy shorts, they call them shorts and all. Here they are right here. Okay. She also did what's the thing called the tripod, not the tripod, when you the stick, the selfie sticks. She has that as well, but I haven't, you know, listen. But she has the selfie sticks that slut all over it as well. You know, she wants to do the movement in reference to, you know, stop slut shaming people and make people feel ashamed for having curvy bodies, and, you know, they shouldn't be ashamed of their bodies and stuff. And that's what the message she wanted to put out there. Stop slut shaming people, and people feel as though they have the right to touch you when your body has, you know, a few extra things. And the thing about it, I don't know if you know about this, but did you know Amber used to walk balls back in the day? You don't believe it? Here's the picture right here. You see that? Now the first girl I know is Amaya Scott. The second girl is Amber Rose. And also, I got proof. Here she is walking in the ball. Check a Legends ball. Here it is.
What's going on? What's good? How you getting in? Everybody getting the funny. What's going on, people?
Okay, you see that? So Mother has lived, and she's done her thing as far as, you know, living her life and living her truth and will not be slut-shamed for having a great body and stuff, and feel as though this is her body. And if you're just like yours, no one should be able to put their hands on it, walk up to you, feel your chest, feel your butt, you know, and try to make you feel ashamed for having a great body. How do you feel about this? Do you feel as though this is slut walk is a good thing? Do you feel it's a bad thing? Do you feel it's empowering women to be much more supportive when it comes down to their body, that they shouldn't feel ashamed for having great bodies? You know, like just like with Kim K and stuff. You know, how do you feel about this? Do you feel as though the Kim K thing kind of goes with what Amber's saying as far as the slut walk? You should call it Kim K a slut. Anybody can say. But, you know, the whole thing is about, you know, just empowering your body. And she uses the word slut in reference to what guys treat you as when they touch all of your body. Anyway, that being said, do you feel as though it's an empowerment, or do you feel as though she needs to try to look for something else or another way to get a message out? Just your opinion? Just mine? It's just something out there. Anyway, that being said, I want to hear your opinion about this. And I want to say, hello, my dog. Meow. I want to say hello, my kids. I want to say hello, new people. Boom. I want to say old people. Bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What you to do, I want you to do the best way that you did. And nobody likes me. Fuck them. All right.